have done a post with words. Well, time to eat those words, as I'm going to prove it all lies. With receipts.
Hi guys, I want to let you know what it's like to be one of the most trolled people in the UK on TikTok.
Well, we're waiting.
And what they do to you. Basically, first thing they did was I was accused fakely of stalking with NFA because it never happened.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh! Just because you fucking fall out of love with me doesn't mean I'm falling out of love with you. Fucking doesn't. And I can't just switch it off. I can't. I wish I fucking could. All the nasty fucking shit you've said to me. All the nasty fucking shit that you've said.
Visibly upset and distressed.
Alright, we don't have to keep it close. Have you got water for Mr. Brown? It's in the
Now you think, you know, because of what I did, I'm a stalker and I'm a creep and I'm all this, but I'm none of that. I'm just in love, and love makes you do crazy things. Because of what I did, I'm a stalker and because of what I did, I'm a stalker. Because of what I did, I'm a stalker.
Admitted harassment on a woman.
Butterflies in here, man.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. What's the butterflies
spam
about?
rainbows.
Wait, what's the butterflies about?
Basically, I'm under investigation, yeah, for harassment, which means
what?
Yeah, which means under investigation means you're not guilty. So until they've looked at your phone,
Mr.
Thank you. I will.
Yeah, basically, there's a case going on with my ex where she's basically put a harassment case against me, and I've also put a case against her as well. And I've just seen on TikTok today that she's obviously given the order over to someone which has my address on it, so she's doxed my address.
2 people trying to lie about me for sexual assault, NFA because never happened.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
So basically this will be the video of the truth that I will be telling about what Kevin, aka Mr. UK TikTok official, done to me on the 28th of April. Me and Amber was basically walking around the food court in Lakeside Shopping Centre, in which I spotted Kevin. He was sat down near KFC with Tanya, his girlfriend. We started talking to them like we was all getting on and everything. Amber was taking photos with him. And then after he's finished eating his food, he asked us to help him find Tanya's car and obviously asked where the good places around here are to film. Amber was then giving him directions of where the best places are, and she mentioned outside Hollywood Bowl where he did do his live. In which he didn't understand that direction, so Amber was nice enough to say, "Oh, we'll help you get there." So we ended up getting in the car and telling them directions. But the first red flag for me was why Kevin got in the back of his own girlfriend's car when he could have sat in the front. That was my first red flag. And then obviously the second one was him not asking my age or my name. He was only like asking Amber what her name was. That was it. He didn't ask Amber's age, actually, in fact. We ended up at Hollywood Bowl in Lakeside, where all of you saw where his live was. Hollywood Bowl in Lakeside, where all of you saw where his live was filmed. The live was taking place. He logged into his TikTok on my phone, and he was using Amber's phone for his music, which you saw in the live, which he was holding in his hand, going in and out of the water. We did tell him that we could only be there for a short period of time because we were actually in the food court to get food, but he had taken us to a different destination, so we was meant to go to Pizza Hut. And we needed Amber's phone to buy stuff because where it's got Apple Pay, and I didn't bring my card out with me on that day. So yeah. Right, so I left my coat in his car as well, his girlfriend's car, and he wasn't allowing me to go get my coat. And I was standing there freezing. I was literally shaking. Like, everyone was saying, like, why is this girl shaking? Is she scared or something? But the way he's snapping at everyone, it just kind of made me like, well, I'm not going to ask this guy again because he seems to start getting serious now. Like, it was just a bit weird how he just started going from laughing with us to snapping to us, like, when we was asking to leave. Just got a bit weird. We then got into the car after the live had ended because apparently everyone was saying that Ben was coming to beat him up or come and get him or something. I can't remember what was the situation was with Ben, but yeah. So we had to go with him because he had taken my phone out of my hand, which had the live on it. So we had to go with him, and because my stuff was also in the car. I sat in the back, and he also sat back in the back with me. Amber was in the front with Tanya. Tanya was driving. And the booster seat was stacked onto my left leg, leaving my right leg and my crotch area free of space. And then 5 minutes after us being in the car, driving away, he then asked me to look out the back window, checking if anyone was following. Like, if you thought there was someone following you, you would ask me straight the back window, checking if anyone was following. Like, if you thought there was someone following you, you would ask me straight away to, like, keep a lookout. But it was like 5 minutes after we had all got in the car and Tanya was driving away. I told him straight away that there was no one there, and so did Tanya said it, and Amber said it, and we all said it more than once as well, but he still put his head down on my right leg. He was then moving it closer towards my crotch and, like, moving his head up and down. I could feel it going across my ribs and, like, squishing my boob and stuff, and, like, just basically impersonating my personal space, in which I felt very, like, I don't know the feeling of how I felt. It was just not a good feeling. I then mentioned to him again that there was no one there, so hopefully he would have got up. I feel like he might have realised that I might have been upset or something, or that he was actually doing wrong, so he actually did put his head up that time that I told him. He dropped us off to Amber's stepdad's flat, and I was just desperate to literally just leave. I was, like, trying to, like, get Amber. I was like, come on, Amber, we need to go, like, we need to go upstairs. But they was just talking. He borrowed socks off of Amber. Like, they was talking. He was saying how he's gonna take us up with him and all this, and, like, get us followers and everything. But we was like, we don't, like, want followers or anything. Like, that's not our priority. Like, we're not here for followers. Otherwise, we would have, like, asked for it, if you get what I mean. But we didn't. So yeah, and Amber did duel him as well that same day and a couple of days after, because I had only told her 2 or 3 days after, and which she went on a live saying that he made me uncomfortable, and his only response was, oh, well, I won't go live with you again then. There was no sorry, there was nothing. He just said, I won't go live with you ever again. That is a guilty conscience right there. If you saying you're not going to go live with us, you definitely know what you've done wrong, Kevin. You know what you've done wrong that day to me. And which is why you're so mad about it and why you're getting the police on us when we done nothing wrong.
They say that I message kids. There's no evidence because you will never ever get any.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
His son is on TikTok. He's a skater. If you go and have a look at, I think it's my second video, I basically duetted his video I told his dad I would do it. Go and have a look at my second video, go and look at his duetted his video. His son is an amazing skater, by the way. He's only 14, and his dad is working over it, and his dad was like, could you send my son a snap? He's a big fan of yours, and also I did
The reason that I keep getting banned off TikTok is because I've done a live and I was talking inappropriately to minors, and that's why they've banned me and continue to ban me. And he said, I'm fucking raging. He said, them saying that. And I said to him, I said, well, he said, what do I do? And so there's nothing you can do if they're going to keep continuing to ban you for that reason. And he said, well, I need to sort this out. He said, because it's not fucking true. He said, I need to do something about it. So that's all I know. The reason
I don't normally make content like this, and it's not something I'm going to continue to make content about. However, I can't sit back and say nothing when people are normalising not behaviour so much on this app. I'm sure most of you know Mr. TikTok Official, but the main reason for this video is not so much him, although he is involved. It's about the guy that he's got in his live, as you can see on the video at the moment. Top right corner, Tougher Got Talent. Now, I know I'm part of over 1,000 people that watched the live I'm about to talk about, but it seems that nobody is talking about what happened in this live. Official Tougher Got Talent went on the live. He was given a big old sob story about how awful his life is. And during this sob story, he said, as normal as anything, that his girlfriend had left him because he'd met a 13-year-old child. Child, 13 years old. Bear in mind, this guy has a fucking baby. He is over the age of 20. And the scariest part for me is how normal it just rolled off his tongue. Mr. TikTok then went on to say, oh mate, you probably shouldn't say that on here, and continue to send this guy money afterwards. If you accept you are as bad as them. End of conversation. So please, if you've got this far and you're a parent, check your child's phone. Make sure they're not following either of these individuals. Sorry for the rant, but I will stand up for kids every time.
With obviously Tanya, they threw a brick through her window. They used horrible, nasty, derogative pictures. You know, doctoring them, making her she looks like this and she looks like that, saying really disgusting names, the most awfulest names you can think of. I just want to get this story out to any newspaper, radio station, podcast, you know, just really get the story out, what it's like to be one of the most trolled people on TikTok, because it ain't easy. I'm not saying I'm any angel, but I'm nothing to what these trolls keep trying to say and like bring me down for, and I'm just going to keep going until, you know, till I get to where I'm meant to be. But thank you all for listening, and thank you all for supporting, you know, me on this journey. Thank you.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop you fucking lying.
Bottom line, not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. That's all, folks.